Welcome back to Crypto for Freedom, where we talk about gaining financial freedom through the cryptocurrency markets. All right, you guys, the price is dumping again, but that's all right. I need you to hold your conviction, hold your plays, make sure to dollar cost average into your positions if that's your plan, or if you're already out of the market, just sit pretty, sit tight, and we're relaxed until the bottom of the market. Actually, you know what? Right now is the time to be working your butt off, making gains, making money, putting money aside, paying off all your debt, saving up for your emergency fund, getting ahead on your bills, and saving up some cash for the bear market, because the bottom of the bear market is going to be coming before you know it. Life goes by fast, you guys. You don't have time to be complacent, so find a sense of urgency. Find whatever motivation you can to get up every single day and make an impact, because you are important in your life, and you are important in the people the people in your life. You're important to them as well. So keep going, you guys. Stay motivated. Stay up, you guys. Keep that money coming in. Dollar cost average into your positions, and realize that crypto is a long-term game. It's a long-term asset that you're not going to just put money in and get rich overnight. You have to continuously, build up your wealth. You don't just, it's not just going to appear there for you. So if you dollar cost average into the market, buying in whatever you can, maybe $25 a paycheck, $50 a paycheck, whatever you can every 2 weeks when you get paid, to save up over time. Bitcoin is the hardest and most scarce asset the world has ever seen, and at some point it will make a recovery against gold, and it will make a recovery and find an all-time high, another all-time high. Bitcoin has gone up and to the right, and it's going to continue to make all-time highs into the future as adoption comes, as nation-state adoption comes, and we're already seeing, a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the U.S., and it probably won't be long until, more countries follow suit. So you have a chance to stack Bitcoin ahead of the game, ahead of these countries, ahead of these hedge funds and sovereign wealth funds, and get you a piece of Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, you guys, so don't sleep on Bitcoin, man. It could be very life-changing. I think actually it is. As a young man or a young woman in the United States, or wherever you are in the world, it is one of the most important, things you could do in your lifetime is to save up in Bitcoin. It could be life-changing for you. And if you're in your 20s, if you're young, now's the time to really be putting the pedal to the metal and putting the grind on. I know that's what I did in my 20s, and I'm so glad that I did, because especially my late 20s, because it set me up to become self-sovereign. It set me up to be able to build multiple businesses and be living within crypto, living within a Bitcoin economy, and having a Bitcoin standard, and just researching and studying Bitcoin on a daily basis has transformed my life entirely, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and spiritually, financially as well. So if you guys are into Dogecoin, man, go back and watch all my other videos on my channel and figure out when to buy in Dogecoin, because there will be a time where altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin again, but that's not the time. Bitcoin dominance is still staying high up at above 60%. So we didn't see an altcoin season. We saw Bitcoin top out on apathy rather than euphoria. So we just have to continue to hold our convictions, hold our plays, begin with the end in mind, dollar cost average into your positions, and keep that conviction, man. If you don't have conviction, you have to gain conviction, and keep doing the research necessary, keep putting the work in, because if you invest in yourself, then that's how you're going to grow in this life. And if you're stuck, if you're stagnant, if you're having a hard time making money, then you have to realize that the velocity of money changes hands so rapidly that nowadays that money is not really worth anything, and these employers are going to continue paying you the least amount you can. So if you're working a corporate job in the corporate world, you have to change jobs every 2 years, because you're going to get a new standard of living, essentially a new wage, because these companies can't keep up with hiring at the lower wages when they're hiring for their new position. So I would definitely change jobs every 2 years if you're in your 20s, unless you have some sort of ESOP compensation to compensate you more than just making a minimum wage or whatever you're making, that's only getting you by paycheck to paycheck and leaving you broke at the end of the month with nothing to invest. So continue finding ways to make more money, whether that's changing jobs every 2 years to get more better dollar per hour, or if you got to build a side hustle on the side, maybe sell on eBay or or find some things to sell, or build build some sort of business, maybe an expertise in something that you could put your mind and your extra time into, rather than binging on Netflix or video games or whatever it is you might be doing that's wasting your time. I did all that in my 20s, and I don't regret it, but at the same time I know I could be a lot further than I am along right now if I would have actually put all that time and effort into actually building something that was going to be meaningful and lasting. And I didn't know about Bitcoin back then. Bitcoin was like barely around, and you couldn't even barely get it. And I didn't have that spiritual transformation that I have today because of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency assets. And I don't have to wake up and go and work on anybody's time, on anybody's dime, and get paid the shit wages to basically have no life and work these long hours to barely get any sort of pay. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm working on my time, which allows me to go and live my schedule, my life, and life on my terms, rather than having to work to live. I get to live and work on my time. So that's what's the most important to me, is finding that self-sovereignty, that financial freedom, and being able to escape the system. That's why I'm in Bitcoin, and that's why I'm in cryptocurrency. So if you guys resonate with this message, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and come back to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications too, you guys. That really helps out. The YouTube algorithm sends out the message to more people. I'm just out here trying to help people, gain financial freedom within Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency assets, and escape the system and the rat race, because the man's been trying to hold us down for way too long, and it's time for us to uprise. So let's get it together. All right, peace.